Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at basically the Infinite Zamasu stage of, well, the only stage currently, of the Universe-Distorting Justice and Order event. This is a really fun event that basically requires you to use the Zeno sport item. Did a video on it. You basically have to use it to win the fight. It makes it substantially easier, and although still challenging, it is essentially way more doable. How the fight works is pretty simple. You have 5 stages in total. First stage has 5 million health, second 10 million, the third 50, the fourth 120, and the final 1.4 billion. Not only does the health go up, but the attacks do, from 200k normals to 600k supers, all the way to 300k normals to 900k supers. And although the supers are AoE, you probably go, well, that doesn't sound too bad, 900k supers. Here's the thing, against the 1.4 billion health Zamasu, if you do not use the Zeno item, then from the second turn he starts to gain 600% attack with each turn passed, right? 600% attack, up to a total of 3,000. To put that into perspective, his 900,000 super that he does, his 900,000 super, would constitute 100% of his attack stat. So to make life simple for you, times that by 5. So he's a 4.5 million super. Now just times that by 6. So Zamasu gets up to a 24 roughly million super, almost 27 million super. That is insane. That is an absolutely egregiously large amount of damage. Not only that, his attack stats also go up as well. So you basically sit facing a absolutely uncontainable force of destruction. Think of it stopping at 27 million attack stat super. Now the question is, can it be done? Can you stop that super? Can you beat Zamasu? And although very difficult, I do think it is possible. So the main thing is you just cannot be hit. It sounds ridiculous to say, but in theory, if you cannot be hit, because Zamasu can be evaded, then you can win. It'll take you a while. 1.4 billion health is pretty insane, and as you can see from this video, he can hurt the best of units. Vegito, Gogeta, we used the Veku active skill, but I think honestly, if you can run a team with incredibly high evasion, maybe like a USS, AGL, MUI, Goku, maybe you run double AGL Goku Vegetas, but keep them only in Goku form. Maybe you use some more highly evasive units, the Tech, Kaioken Goku. There's every chance that you can beat Zamasu. I think Hit would be a good one. I feel like USS is probably the best team. Hit being, I think, a very excellent option to do so. But it's going to be incredibly difficult. You're going to have to pray, especially as the turns count down. You're going to have to pray that Zamasu does not fire a super that hits you. And you also have to pray that you never get hit by a normal. So it's a very tough situation. For me personally, it's something I think is quite fun to imagine exploring. But I do have to say, I don't think it's worth the effort. It's why they give you the sport item. It can be a very fun challenge, and I do probably think I'm going to try it properly with a real evasion team. See how far we can get, Maybe see how Hit goes. Maybe see if there's some kind of amazing evasion team that can get the win. But yeah, I think, for a lot of people, at least I would say, it is going to be tough. It is going to be immensely tough. And I think you are going to have a hell of a time trying to do it without the Zeno item. That's all I can really say. Because if Tech Vegeta is copying 3 million damage by turn 3, I think it's going to be a bit rough. But yeah, obviously, to each their own. But yeah, I think it's fun to try. And I think bosses like Infinite Zamasu, although obviously a bit gimmicky with the sport, I do think events like this where they stick close to the lore and stuff like that is really fun. I do really think it is honestly super fun and super enjoyable. The concept of having a almost wink wink insurmountable boss could be amazing. But there'll probably be someone who is, insane enough to try the fight. So yeah, wishing them best of luck. Bye.